Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush was in Oklahoma City on Wednesday, March 30th. Bush joined Oklahoma Governor Mary Fallin and Oklahoma State Superintendent of Public Instruction Janet Barisi at a press conference on education reform in the Blue Room at the Oklahoma State Capitol.
The three data points are as follows. The PISA results are the international test scores developed by the OECD that measures how 16-year-olds do on math, science, and reading. The United States has always been bumping around the bottom or the middle of the bottom. 32 countries are tested. Shanghai, for the first time this year or last year when the test was administered, Shanghai participated. Not the entire country of the People's Republic of China, but just Shanghai. And Shanghai was number one on each one of those categories by far. Hong Kong, for the first time, was included. They were number two in most of the categories. And if they weren't two, it was either Singapore or Korea. The world is passing us by because they have invested in robust, accountable education because they know that wealth is created when young people gain the power of knowledge, and prosperity occurs when that happens. So the second data point is that when a person graduates from college, on average they make $50,000 a year. A high school graduate makes less than half of that, and every year that they measure this, that delta grows. It grows every year. The gap between the haves and have-not is directly related to education outcomes. Directly related. It wasn't that way a generation ago. It certainly wasn't that way 2 generations ago, but it is today. And it is a tragedy that we allow these huge gaps in learning that exist, starting in kindergarten in the elementary schools, and then allowing it to happen because we socially promote kids year after year thinking we should be more worried about their self-esteem than whether they can read and write and calculate math and take on the challenges of the future. Those 2 data points alone, I think, drive the discussion about why education is vitally important for the world going forward. And I applaud the efforts of your great governor and the leadership of the legislature to be big and bold and to propose comprehensive strategies. There is no one single answer to how you move the needle on student achievement. There's no one magic bullet. But if you put together a comprehensive strategy, and then with passion and commitment, as I know the team and the executive branch, once the baton is handed off after all these bills are signed into law, that they'll do here in Oklahoma, you can move the needle. You can make a difference if you stick with it over the long haul. And I'm very excited. I spend a lot of time around the country seeing places that are trying to do this, and I would say that Oklahoma has got it right better than any state right now in terms of the comprehensive nature of the reforms. So that's my heap of praise. And one final admonition I would say is just don't compromise. Don't compromise, because I've been in capitals. For 8 years I was around one, not as pretty as this one, but it was a cool job to be governor. And typically lobbyists don't come and say, I am passionate, I represent students that are interested in rising student achievement. I've not met one. Maybe in Oklahoma there's full of lobbyists that are the Association of Rising Student Achievement, Commission or something like that. I don't know them. So, but de facto, the people here are representing those children and their families in Oklahoma because they don't have representation. And when they do that, the gains that you'll see over the next half a generation of time will be so formidable that Oklahoma will continue to be a fantastic place to live, but it'll also be a spectacular place to do business. So congratulations on the job that you've started, and I really commend you for the work that you've done, and I hope for the next couple of weeks that you close the deal, get it all done, let the governor then go do her job. Thanks.
Thank you, Governor.